Evening, everybody. It's 5:50 on Monday afternoon, last day of the month, and Halloween. So I'm hoping I won't get disturbed and have to give Halloween candy out. Okay, so today was kind of, in versus last week, kind of a quiet, slow, low volume, short range day in everything, with the exception of Meta. Um, I'll get to that in a second. So the teleprompter readers are telling me that today's move to the downside was um, profit taking at the end of the month. So tomorrow, a day where the market has been up 10 of the last 13 years, um, we'll see about, you know, I'm sure that the answer is going to be, hey, it's the first of the month. There's plenty of money coming in. So, that should just give you an example of the stupidity of the teleprompter readers. Okay, so for the rest of the week, we have the Fed, we have employment numbers, the monthly employment numbers, which are the biggie. And we also tomorrow have JOLTS at 9 o'clock. Those are job openings. And we have construction spending and October ISM manufacturing index. So, what did we have today? Well, the Dow outperformed the rest of the market again, being down only 4 tenths, while the Nasdaq was down a whole percent, and the S&P was down about twice what the Dow, 0.75. The Russell did absolutely nothing, closing down 6 cents. And the transports were the only one that was up, and it was only up $8.81 or 0.5%. Volume was substantially lighter. If you recall, we were 5.1, 5.2. At the end of the week, we were 4.6. Today, the market internals on the NYSE were 7 to 8, 8 to 7 on the downside. And over on the NASDAQ, they were 3 to 2 on the downside. We had the dollar up about 80 cents on the basis of the bonds being down about 3/4 of a dollar. Um, the energies were a little weak. They were the least weak of every S&P sector. Uh, and gold was down another 410, also a very short range day. Silver was down just 3 cents, also that same kind of day. Bitcoin kind of quiet, 20,380 down 300. And the only thing that really rallied hard was the nat gas, closing 635, up 67 cents, which is a huge um, percentage move versus what was happening everywhere else, up 11.8%. So now we have this big sell off. We have a reversal day. This is a daily. We have the rally up to 6 1/4, a higher low here at 554 and change, and today's move. You can see that the 5-day has turned up. I mentioned that this morning, and we closed above the 20 on price. So we'll have to see whether that follows through or not. So let's get back to Meta. The stock has just nothing but sellers in it. Usually we go with the 3-day rule when a stock gaps down like that, especially on earnings news. Today was worse than yesterday, and that was almost as bad as the initial decline. We closed 93.30, down 591, or another 6%. Um, and, the other thing I want to mention is they're now talking about a windfall tax on the oil companies. And my question is, first of all, it's not going to get passed. But my question is, what's the difference between the windfall tax on energy, but not biotech, where Pfizer and Moderna and BioNTech um, made huge money? I mean, unheard of money. And you don't hear anybody talking about that. Apple is kind of in a tough spot here, possibly, because of Chinese COVID issues. And Foxconn says that they could cut production by about 30%. It's really not clear whether that is accurate. The stock was 153.27, down 272. 1.2%, but the fact of the matter is, stock was up $11 on Friday, if I recall. Wynn, where Wynn Tillman Fertitta took a 6.1% position. This morning was 61.85, up 355, or 6%. It managed to continue as high as 65.34, closing at 63.90, up 5.90, or 9.6%. So not bad. Goodyear Tire, inflation and a strong dollar killing it. The stock had closed 12.70, up 18 cents after the earnings, a miss, and not great guidance based on those two issues. The stock traded down to 10.57, which was down about 11.5%. It has rallied back slightly, just under a dollar, to 11.53, down 99, or 8%. All right, everyone, that's all I have for you. By the way, on the Discord, we were talking about the expected move on Meta. And on a measured move, which I took great pains to figure out, about here, between here and about 89, looks like we'll get a bounce at that point. And it, should be a tradable bounce, but I wouldn't buy it to hold it long term yet. All right, everyone.